So, beautiful, lovely people, here we are again for yet another exciting live. This is for those of you who are in denial, who are seeking solutions, who are maybe in that mind state that, at least I'm not as big as, or at least I can still fit, these pants. Those of you who are in that stuck state that I can totally relate to because this used to be me as well. I want to take you from that in denial state to complete self acceptance and learning ways to uncover that. And I'd love to help support you on your journey to weight loss for your health specifically. This is not about body shaming. This is about embracing who you are, loving where you are, but recognizing that certain having excess weight is unhealthy and what you can do about it without sacrificing your food favorites, as I always say. Avishai L, certified raw food educator, holistic health coach, and lifestyle expert, helping the open-minded, empathic, entrepreneurial woman and professional woman get rid of their stress, gain their energy back, drop those pounds, and create the life they absolutely deserve through nutrition and lifestyle changes without sacrificing their food favorites or their authenticity, because you have to be true to who you are. So that brings me right into this, because a lot of people are thinking that they're being true to themselves by embracing their body as is and saying, this is the body I was given, there's nothing that I have to do about it, I'm just going to accept it. And a lot of times when people have this mentality, I didn't think I was going to go this way, but I'm just flowing. A lot of times when people have this mentality, that really stems from somewhere. And that somewhere being is that a lot of people think that their genetics play a role in them being overweight, or a lot of people think that they're just the ones who were picked to be overweight. I hear a lot of people saying that, oh, my mom was big boned, my grandmother was big boned, my dad was big boned, I'm forever big boned, so I have to accept that. So what happens is that ends up becoming a barrier and a limiting beliefs. Drop a comment below if you want that blueprint, that barrier that busts through those myths about genetics and things like that, to get you to actually see that you can lose the weight. So then that's the next mindset that comes in, is that I can't lose the weight. So that's one mindset. I don't know why I had to mention that. You guys know that I'm spiritual. I have spiritual connections and things like that. So there's certain reasons why I say certain things, and I have nothing to do with that. So I had to say that and get that out the way. That'll help someone. But for those of you who are simply in denial, about being overweight, I'll take you back to about 12 years ago, I want to say. And I was taking the Yaz pill. And I didn't want to think. I was always 135 pounds throughout high school. And then I went to college. And I noticed that I was, I started to look differently I started to look differently when I would look in the mirror. And I would see that I was looking differently. And I didn't really want to accept. That's what it had to do with self-acceptance. I didn't really want to accept the fact that my body was changing due to, hormone imbalances from the Yaz pill, or the low estrogen, or the Depo-Lupron. And so what ended up happening is I became in denial. I said, well, I can't possibly be gaining weight because that's not the type of person I am. I'm not someone who intentionally gains weight. Whoever can relate to that comment I just made, please drop a comment below. I didn't intentionally gain weight. I wouldn't do that to myself. So that's where those subconscious thoughts come in, and that thing of, I do everything else well, why would I be, gaining weight? Now, mine stemmed from Yaz, but it also stemmed from the fact that I was not give up your food favorites, how to make them healthy. Like I do everything. I just take you from change is hard to let's get you just eating, enjoying your meals, and you'll just lose weight. You don't have to think about it. A lot of us are overthinking, and you're overthinking because you haven't been taught that basic nutritional foundation. There's so many people thinking that they're eating healthier, they wouldn't purposely try to gain weight. The weight is just coming on them. And then here's that in denial. It's a psychological thing. So you almost say, okay, it's like you're aware that you gained 5 pounds. However, you gained 5 pounds, but you're not like my 600-pound life. So you're in the good zone, you know? Maybe your shirt got tighter, but you're like, well, at least I'm mobile still. So you start making these excuses. And that comes from the fact that you maybe don't know how to stop gaining weight. But then you also don't want help from a person like a health coach or someone who can help you because you're so used to being great at everything else that when you don't know how to stop losing weight, you know what I'm saying? When you don't know how to stop losing weight, it's almost as if you're letting arrogance play a huge role. You know, you're not willing to accept that you do need that help. You know, so that's what comes into play with that in terms of being in denial. And I was in that place too. I said, well, am I as thick as, then the comparison comes. This was like years back. Well, I'm not as thick as that person, you know, so I'm fine, you know. But it's like instead of comparing yourself to other people, it's time to take a look at just you. Check those blood levels, okay, from a functional diagnostic, someone who's not going to use the standard American diet blood tests. Check those blood levels. Check the scale. Don't let the scale, you know, obviously bind you. And then do like an in-body scan or an Omron body scan with a reputable doctor or someone who does that and see where you're at. The idea is not to compare yourself. The idea is to get you at an optimal weight to where you don't put yourself at risk for cardiovascular disease. Like I said, a lot of people are in denial because they don't want to admit that something is happening with them that they're not used to controlling. And it all stems back to childhood, to traumas, to things like that. You don't want to admit that you need to do something. Some of you don't want to admit that you need to do something because you're not sure what to do. And that's, again, where that humility comes in. We all don't know everything. That's why there's health coaches. That's why there's nutrition coaches. That's why there's life coaches. That's why there's, you know, functional diagnostics to support you. I find that a lot of times when it comes to health, everybody becomes the health expert. And I'm like, really? So you did 20 years, 5 years of research, and you've done field work and everything. You just know how to eat, right? And 9 times out of 10, people don't. People really, really don't. So having that support system, allowing, you know, someone to help you, whether it's me or someone else that you resonate with, will do a lot of good. You know, it doesn't make sense to just be in denial, you know, because you're doing yourself a disservice in the process. You know, whether you're in denial or not, you know, or if you're in denial, you're not going to get results. By being in denial doesn't mean it's not there. You know, it's almost like saying that you don't believe something. For instance, a lot of people may not believe in universal law. However, it doesn't matter whether you believe in it or not. It is what it is. You know, the fact of the matter is, if you weigh, I don't know, 216 pounds at, I'll just use, you know, my height at 5 feet 6 inches, you are overweight. There's nothing to, you know, be in denial about. And it's not to body shame anyone. It's about your health, you know, because eventually what's going to happen is you'll still be in denial. However, that triple bypass is going to eventually start calling. That stent to go and your heart will eventually start calling, and that is very expensive. I'd rather say there's something I need to do. I need help doing it, and allowing someone in that's really going to support you in that way. A lot, I know, I get it, it's a lot of psychological things that come into play, you know and that's why I mentioned that at the beginning. I love when they just jump in and help me, my spirit team, who I don't reveal who they are anymore, come in and help support me in remembering that it takes you. A lot of people they don't know what to do, so they end up just being in denial about it, pushing it aside because it's too much for their brain to handle. So having that person who already does the nutritional knowledge for you, especially in this day and age where it's so busy, is super important. So it's super important to have someone help you. So drop a comment below if you want to join my free private Eat Stress Away group, or get the blueprint, or get the blueprint. You get the blueprint when you join the group. But if you just want the blueprint, you can do that too. And it takes you from that, well, I don't know what I'm doing, it's not going to work mentality, to, oh, this actually can work. And it gives you actionable steps in there. So it helps support you. It's completely free, and it will help you. It'll help you with that, psychological thought process that you have going on. So I hope this video was helpful. And let me know if you're currently in denial. Let me know if you have clothes that you so badly want to fit, and maybe you feel like you only gained 5 pounds. Maybe you don't even want to jump on the scale because you just feel like you'll get depressed after seeing the number. Maybe you're avoiding that. It's time to really delve within. It's okay. I want you to let you know it's okay that I'm not saying it's okay that you gained weight and just to stay like that. I'm saying forgive yourself for making certain food choices. Forgive yourself for not knowing, because now you have a support system that can help you. Like I said, it's completely free. The group that I have, I provide free resources on my blog, the blueprint, and just take action. So don't focus on being in denial, comparing yourself to other people. Focus on taking action, losing the weight for your health, so you don't get cardiovascular disease or metabolic diseases or anything like that, and just move forward. Okay, so like I said, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you understood everything that I was saying. I've been speaking and doing interviews all day. I love speaking and helping people as much as possible. I hope this video supports you. Have a healthy day and hop on the next video, okay?